Welcome to Science. We are on pages 138 and 139. Characteristics of oceans and seas. Have you ever imagined what the bottom of the ocean is like? Oceans occupy large areas and can be very deep in some parts. The deepest areas are called deep sea trenches, which range in depth from 7,000 to over 11,000 meters. The deepest known trench is the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean, which has a depth of 11,033 meters. It is not easy to live in the deepest parts of the ocean where the water temperature can reach below 0 degrees Celsius. These are very cold, dark places because sunlight cannot reach them. At 1,000 meters under the surface of the ocean, there is absolute darkness. So many animals that live below this depth do not have eyes. If we could observe the bottom of the ocean without water, we would not see a flat plain. Instead, we would see something similar to the Earth's surface, with mountains, volcanoes, and plains. In the image, you can see the bottom of an ocean that separates two continents. Islands in the middle of the ocean are underwater land masses that emerge from the bottom of the ocean. Islands near the coasts are parts of the continent separated by the submerged land. Continental shelves are extensions of continents that have been covered by water. These areas are commonly referred to as seas for their proximity to a continent and shallowness. On the bottom of the ocean, oceanic ridges can be found. These are underwater mountains, and they often experience high levels of volcanic and seismic activity. Some underwater volcanoes emerge from the ocean floor and form sets of islands or archipelagos, like the Hawaiian Islands. Effects of water conditions on living things. Have you heard of sea monsters? There are many stories about them based on ancient beliefs. Although there is some truth to the stories, as there are indeed some giant animals in the ocean, none of them are monsters as people used to believe. Diverse forms of life are distributed throughout the ocean, no matter how deep or cold it is. Three key factors affect the types of life forms that develop in different parts of the ocean: light, temperature, and pressure. Pressure is related to depth and indicates the force that water exerts on the organisms that live in it. These three factors determine which living things can survive in each area of the ocean. We can generally say that as the water becomes deeper, light and temperature decrease while pressure increases. The diversity of living things varies at different depths. In the zones with the most light and warmth and least pressure, there is a greater diversity of living things.